Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. That certainly might be distracting. Hello there. Hiding in my sunroom. Saturday night. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Russ. It's about 5 p.m. Saturday evening, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to anybody out there that served in our military and fought for our country. Happy Veterans Day to you. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Deanna. Hello, Omar and Lynn. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Hello, Sandra and John and Nostram. I was just in my living room and I was editing some videos from some Coffee with Ken shows I've done over the last month and looking to find little nuggets to clip them into. And I just realized a lot of my, probably 95% of the time I go live, it's early morning, it's first sip of coffee or first cup of coffee, or I'm sitting outside and it's cold outside and kind of getting my day started. And I thought I'd just mix it up by hopping on here live on a Saturday night. Got a cup of water here. As we all know, good evening, JK. It's important to stay hydrated. I also decided to splurge on myself. And this afternoon when I was at the grocery store, I picked up a six-pack of Becks non-alcoholic beer. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty dang good. Hello, Adrian. It is pretty dang good. Hello, D. Hello, SRB. Hello, GFGHJJ and Zadie. I wonder where you guys come up with your names from. David McKay, I assume, is David McKay, but we got some funny names. But anyway, this is, I've been on these social media, hello Bambino, these social media platforms for a long, long time. My very first experience with social media was on a blogging website named Active Rain. I think I got on there in 2007 and started writing and posting my writings out there to the internet. And people started reading them and commenting on them and appreciating what I was writing. And I just thought it was so neat. And I discovered Facebook about a year later and couldn't believe how cool that was or how cool that felt. And I was skeptical at first. I'd heard about it for a couple of years. Hello, Jordan Thomas. I'd heard about it for a year or two at that time, but just thought it was so neat that we could share pictures and share thoughts and share feelings with people around the world. And at the time, I'd been a realtor for about 2 or 3 years, and it almost felt to me that Facebook was created almost for realtors, because such a huge part of the real estate business is staying in touch and keeping in contact with as large of a group of people as you can. And those people are generally kept in what's called a database, which is a bunch of emails and phone numbers and addresses so you can keep in contact with people. And I just immediately saw the positive effect that Facebook and social media could have on my real estate business. And came to January of this year or December of last year, about 12 months ago, and decided not to renew my real estate license for a bunch of different reasons. And I talked about it this morning on my show this morning, that I was going to meet with a couple old friends from way back when for coffee after my show. And I was talking to my two buddies. One had just put his home on the market, and he was using a realtor. And obviously it wasn't me, because I've been out of the business for a year. And I shared with him some thoughts and shared with him some ideas and some opinions on pricing and showing activity and feedback and what have you. And although I felt I provided him some value, I didn't feel I was doing enough for him. And I told him I've had a couple friends buy and sell homes in the last year, and there's been times I've really, really needed the money, but as badly as I've needed the money, and even despite the fact I was working at Super Target as an entry level position for $15 an hour for 7 months, not one part of me misses being in real estate. Not one part of me. I don't miss it at all. And even the big checks we'd get from time to time, I almost felt guilty about it. I almost felt silly about. And I know the customers often would feel, well, you did a good job, thank you. But they're going, wow, he walked away with a check for $15,000 or $20,000. That seems like a hell of a lot of money. And the truth of the matter is that it is a hell of a lot of money. And I think the real estate business is changing and has been changing for a number of years, and it's going to continue to change. And I think there's something kind of screwed up with the basic realtor model that's created by the National Association of Realtors. There's so many realtors out there fighting for so few homes for sale, and the average realtor probably sells 3 homes a year. And at that type of volume and that type of sales, they have to charge 5 or 6% when they list a home. Just because you're only selling 3 homes, you got to make hay when the sun is shining, and you got to charge, I think, an unnatural amount of money for that transaction. I think in a fair market, in an open market, in a free market, the cost to list your home might be a total of 2% of the sales price. 1% would go to the listing agent. 1% would go to the buyer's agent. And on a $500,000 home, that's $5,000 for the listing agent and $5,000 for the buyer's agent. And in a normal market, in a free market that's not restricted by the NAR or restrained by the NAR, I think you do enough transactions and the cost would come down to the home seller. And I think it'd be good for everybody. And probably the one group it wouldn't be good for is the National Association of Realtors. Their membership would have to be cut tremendously, and their fees that they charge the realtors would be cut, and they'd have to change what they're doing. But I think overall it'd be a benefit. And I don't know why I was thinking about it today. I think I read a comment on one of my posts how the commission structure is going to be going down. And I think they're probably right. I think it'll be good for the real estate market. It'll leave more money in the pockets of home sellers going forward. And I'd like to see the change made. Because again, after 17 years in the business, I came to realize that no matter what I did, no matter how many pictures I took, or how many open houses I had, or how many, fancy balloons I put out in front of the house, or what have you, nothing I could do would impact the saleability of the home outside of pricing. And honestly, when I realized that, and I realized that early in my career, it kind of bummed me out. And I was just thinking about it as I was sitting there out in our living room. I decided to hop on here, see if I had anything to say to you this evening or this late afternoon. It's just after 5 o'clock. And just after 5 o'clock on Saturday night. And it's dark outside. And again, I have my favorite Becks non-alcoholic beer in my hand. And I hope on this Saturday evening that you have a great, great evening, and you have a safe evening, and you have a beverage of whatever choice you have in your hand right now. And cheers to us. Oh, blessing to you, Sarah Sandoval. And I don't know what else I have for you tonight. Got 2 little babies running around our living room. I heard, hello, Cynthia Lewis, heard some screaming as I retreated to the sunroom. Had a really good day. Again, had a nice get together with a couple old friends. Uh, and just enjoying the day and kind of wrapping it up and looking forward to getting in bed and either watching a movie or finishing up a cool documentary or what have you, and getting a great night's sleep and enjoying my Sunday. And do I sell merch? I do, JK. On the link to my on my website, I think we sell sweatshirts, Coffee with Ken sweatshirts. We sell mugs, and I don't know. We might sell a couple other things. Sarah must be local. She just left the Brookfield Zoo, and it was a pleasant day. It was kind of a chilly day, but a pretty day considering it was mid-November to be at the Brookfield Zoo. Sarah, I don't remember how old, or know how old you are. Um, But when I was a kid, and I remember the stories about it, there was a elephant at the zoo, at the Brookfield Zoo, named Ziggy. And I did a little research on it because I was telling, I think, my stepson about it and why Ziggy was such a famous. Okay, then you probably remember if you're local, why Ziggy was such a famous elephant. And Ziggy was an Indian elephant, a male Indian elephant that was born in 1917. And in 1941 at the Brookfield Zoo, it knocked down its trainer and tried to gore its trainer. Hello, Ryan. And obviously, the people at the zoo didn't like that. You can't have elephants going around killing the trainers. But what they ended up doing in 1941, they chained it in its indoor cage where it remained for the next almost 3 decades. And I think a group of school children in the late 60s started a protest or a campaign or a movement to let Ziggy out of his pen. And it's a sad thing to think of a great big elephant chained to a wall in an indoor pen. And kind of a sad story. But again, you brought up the Brookfield Zoo just right now, and I remember that as a kid, Ziggy the elephant, and Ziggy ended up getting not released, but let out of his indoor pen and released from his chain on the wall, and was allowed to roam on an outside, I don't know, place or whatever they call it, that they'd established for him. And he only lived a few more years and ended up dying in 1975, I guess, at 58 years old. So it was kind of an interesting little story. And again, you brought up the Brookfield Zoo. And the Brookfield Zoo I have so many memories of. My mom used to take us there all the time as a kid. And I've been with my 2 older girls a whole bunch of times, but haven't taken my 2 little ones there yet. But it's just such a neat place, and the thoughts and the attitudes of people towards zoos has certainly changed. As I hear my kids screaming out there, I don't know if I feel horrible that they're screaming and that my wife's might be going crazy trying to keep them happy, or that I'm just feeling good that I'm safe in this sunroom with my Becks non-alcoholic. So I'm gonna have another sip. Daryl and Naomi and Lisa, thank you so much for following the Live Creator. I have been on this platform. I think my very first TikTok was in November 16th of 2 years ago. So it'll be 2 years in a few days. And I've had a lot of fun on it, and I've enjoyed watching it grow. Hello, Michelle from Wisconsin. And enjoyed watching my followers and subscribers grow on various platforms. And my buddy asked me today, what's my most valuable social media platform? And as far as interaction goes and volume of videos and volume of likes and subscribers, I'd say TikTok. But I think long term, hello, Daniel. Thank you. I hope you're well as well on this Saturday evening. I think is from somebody from Champaign-Urbana in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I don't know if you can hear these cries of agony from the living room. They're there. I know the kids are fine, but when they're not getting all the attention, do I miss my ex-boyfriend around the holidays? Do I miss my ex-boyfriend? Uh, that's funny. Yeah, that is funny. But anyway, so it's Saturday evening, and again, I just kind of wanted to mix it up. I've been sitting in my living room editing a video, and wanted to see how it would feel to hop on a Saturday night. Most of the lives I do are about at 8 o'clock on in the morning, and it's me drinking coffee. And I just kind of wanted to mix it up and try something else and have a little fun and hop on with you guys tonight. So I want to say thank you guys for joining. Anybody that followed me tonight, I so appreciate you. Again, just wanted to try something a little different. Say good evening. Hello, Josh. Thank you for everything you do and all your support, Josh. I appreciate you guys, and I hope your weekend's going well, and I hope you're looking forward to your evening and going to get a great night's sleep. Thank you so much, Allie. And as always, I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. One more sip of Becks non-alcoholic. Cheers. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.